Christina with Forever Bored Soapery here. Today I have decided it's all about me. Been having some sore muscles lately. I don't know why, whatever, weather, who knows. But since I've been having these sore muscles, it's been driving me crazy. So I've decided that I'm going to make myself some Epsom bath salts. I have none at home. Would you believe I have no Epsom salts at home? Apparently they're all here. So I'm gonna make myself something. I don't know. So I'm kind of going all out here. I've got a blend that I found online I'm gonna try that I have all the essential oils for that are supposed to be good for relaxing your muscles and things like that. We'll see. I don't know, but we'll give it a shot and see if it works. So I've got, what do I got? Lavender, eucalyptus, peppermint, tea tree, and rosemary in here. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm just gonna use a little bit of each one so it doesn't get too crazy. We'll see if I even like the smell. I'm gonna start it out with my little guy here and see if I even like the smell of it. I'm not a huge fan of most of these scents. I like the mint. Still though I'm not a huge fan of, but I want to give it a shot anyway, so we will see what it does. So I've got the lavender. Unfortunately this recipe is in drops and things like that, but being that I'm making such a small amount, I guess we'll let them have that. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then eucalyptus is supposed to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I might have got 5 in there. Not sure. And peppermint is also 4. This one I might end up bumping up. We'll see. As I said, I really like peppermint, and if the other ones are too overpowering, I might add more peppermint to it just to make it more for me. I do have tunes going in the background. I don't know if YouTube's gonna even let me post this. We'll see. I'm trying to keep some music on in the shop for customers and stuff right now. It's definitely something I get feedback on a lot, that it's too quiet in here, because I'm always turning everything off so that I can do a video. But I'm gonna just let it play there. If they veto this one, oh well. If they veto it, I'll survive. And rosemary. So, you know, every essential oil that I like to use is in this thing. Which is kind of cool. The other option too is if I don't like the smell, I've got some citrusy ones, I might sneak them in. Actually, I have some bergamot. Maybe I'll sneak that in too. I don't even know if I'm gonna be in coffee. I have coffee beans. All I'm thinking is I was just smelling all those oils. How am I gonna smell this blend? But coffee beans are supposed to work, so let's try that. Maybe I need new coffee beans. It's not awful. I think I'm gonna add 1 more peppermint. That's not a lot. Okay, so I don't hate it. Now I gotta calculate. I'm gonna have to run this through the EO calc just to figure out percentages. Maybe I should do that first. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna run it through EO calc. I'll be back. So, I had a customer come in, and hopefully my math is good here. So What I worked out based on this recipe is that I can use 2% of each of these oils in my recipe. So it works out to be 2 grams of peppermint. Just gotta go in here. Got this little mini scale, and I'm in love with it. It's everything I want it to do. Okay, so that's 2 grams of that guy. And I feel like I should still be wearing my gloves. Not really touching anything, but let's just wear them anyways. Okay, and then eucalyptus is going to be 2 grams as well. And then lavender is going to be 2.5. Perfect. And tea tree is going to be 1. And rosemary is also 1. Seems like such a small amount of everything, but I do know I don't like my essential oils to be super strong either, in the bath specifically, so I'm okay with this. So then I need to add a carrier oil. So funny, all the recipes I see online that I was looking at, nobody was adding a carrier oil. I'm like, okay. You do you, I guess, but I'm gonna add a carrier oil. I was gonna do almond oil. I have lots of almond and lots of avocado oil. Almond oil I pretty much don't use anymore. I've had too many people who have nut allergies, and I can never remember which product has the almond oil or which one doesn't. I'm having to go through the ingredients of each product to tell people which ones have the almond oil in it. So I really don't use it anymore except for in my rainbow soap. That's the only one I do, and I actually put a little contains nuts on it. It's just not even for the customers, it's for me to remind me that's the one that has the nuts in it if I forget. So I'm not gonna use that. I decided to go with the avocado oil because I need to use this stuff up. I've got this huge bottle and I haven't used barely any of it. One of the recipes I was using way back had avocado oil in it, and now I don't have anything with avocado oil. So it's not a crazy smell or anything in it, so I'm okay with that. And basically I'm going to match, I think that's how second guessing myself again. 1 sec. So I'm used to having certain recipes that just tell me how much carrier oil to add, and when I look it up, everybody has a different answer. So if you know the ratio of essential oil to carrier oil that is correct, I would definitely appreciate it. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So what I'm going to choose to do is, one of the areas that I looked at talked about 10%. So I'm gonna choose to do that. So this is just about 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.5. So we'll just round it up to 10. And we'll say it is 10 grams. Therefore, I need 100 grams of avocado oil. I don't even know if this scale goes up to 100 grams. Also, I don't think it's all gonna fit in there. It seems like a lot. Like a lot. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Like that's a lot of oil. Oh, probably because it's supposed to be 10, not times 10%. It's supposed to be 10% of the 10. So what is that, 1? That also doesn't seem accurate. I'm not happy with it. I'm gonna double this. And do it on a one-for-one scale. So 10 grams of oil to 10 grams of carrier. This is for me, so I guess it's not gonna hurt anybody else. But that's what I'm gonna choose to do. If you do know the actual ratios, I would appreciate it, because I'm sure this is going to come up again in my world, that I should actually know what they are, and I don't. So okay, so I just kind of threw together a random recipe. We'll see how it goes. But I need some time off. One of my bowls. I have one heck of a collection of these things now because of the classes. And we are going to do Epsom salts at, I'm going to do 700 grams. To do 150 of the pink Himalayan salt. We'll see how that one does. I do find, for whatever reason, and I think it's the pink Himalayan salt, I could be wrong, in these bath salts and stuff, will give me sensitive skin, which is not fantabulous. What did I do with it? There it is. And then I'm going to do another 150 of my dead sea salt, which needs to be used up. You can see there's a couple of bigger chunks that got some moisture to them. See if we can use those up. Beautiful. Okay. And then I'm making a mess. Then I'm going to do 34 grams of baking soda. Okay. And then it's a case of, do I want color? Oh, and I should probably add polysorbate 80 too. Yep, I should. So we're gonna add 20 polysorbate 80. Or 21 is how it's going today. And I decided, again, it's for me. Oh, I can't. I was gonna go chromium green oxide. Nope. Yeah, nope. I was like, oh, a pretty blue or green. Silly me. I have water soluble dyes. Let's see what we got here. This one says it's a green. Don't really have water to go in it, but I do find I can usually get it to mix up okay, even in oil. Put the tiniest amount in there, but I don't think it's nearly sufficient. It's kind of a dark green. I think I have another green. Give me one sec. Yeah. Green number 5. Let's try that one. Well, it's a green. We will see what it looks like when I get it all mixed in there. I think it's pretty. I think it's going to be okay. Okay, so that is it for my ingredients and all the good things. So we just have to mixy. I think this one will be good for that. Just gonna mix it up a little bit first to make sure. Those big chunks are gonna drive me crazy. Just to get everything nicely mixed before I get in there with the oils. This really seems like a lot of oil to me. I feel like I may have a mistake here. Or maybe not so much a mistake. I may be allowed to add that much oil, but maybe I shouldn't. Just because I'm allowed to doesn't mean you should. You know? Because this is very damp looking. The color's coming out nice though. Some of the bigger chunks are really holding the color. Like, she's oily for sure, but she is just oily. It's not like there's any water in there. I think I'm gonna leave it overnight to dry out a bit. We'll see what it looks like in the morning, but the color's nice. I like that. And it should just dilute to a nice color in the tub. And that should get me hopefully 2 of these bags. So I've got these Mylar bags or whatever they are. Let me see if I can open it up here. And I usually put about 250 grams in them, but it actually fills up about halfway full. I think for these ones, I'm gonna try and fill it to the brim. And then that way I get 2 for myself for home. And if I love them, I can make more for the shop. I'll be honest, the smell, it's not my jam. If you like the rosemaries and tea trees and eucalyptus and stuff like that, you're probably gonna like this more than I do. But there is a good amount of peppermint in here, so I can really smell the mint, and that's my personal favorite is the mint. So I think it's a good blend for what I want it to do. We'll see. gonna get a tray here, and I'm just gonna quickly spray it down. I just washed these last night, but just give it a quick spray down with some rubbing alcohol. Make sure no surprises are in there, even for me. And then these are done. And we'll spread these guys out. I got most of the big clumps out of it, which is good. So leave it to dry, and then I'll put it in bags after it's dried a bit. If it dries, I don't know. Ta-ta. There she goes. She will wait for me for tomorrow. So the next one I want to do, I'm going to do is a lotion. I want to do a Japanese mint lotion. I find for me, if I get sore tension, I get tension really is what it is, in my neck and my shoulders, and if I start to get a headache or whatever, I really do find that the Japanese mint works for me, like really efficiently and quickly. So it's something I love. My husband, on the other hand, complete opposite. If he uses the Japanese mint, he gets a migraine. So it's interesting to see how everything affects everybody very differently. No way am I saying this is going to cure your headache or whatever. Because that's definitely not what my products are for. But if it happens to do so, well, that's a great side effect of it for sure. Okay, so everything is good. We're done. I will let you guys know one day how my lovely bath turned out. Talk to you later. Bye.